Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's video, I'll be going over all the status effects in Miscrits. This was upon request from one of our friends in the comments a few days ago. These include special effects such as Ethereal, Disease, and many others that can impact battles in different ways. I'll explain what each one does and how they work during a fight. So with that said, let's dive right into it. Starting off, we have Bleed. Bleed causes the affected Miscrit to lose health at the end of each turn for a couple of turns. The damage output begins from 5 and goes all the way until 20, increasing by 3 after each turn. The fun part is that the bleed stays even if your opponent switches. The only way to remove bleed is by healing by any means. This comes in handy if you are facing a Miscrit that does not have anything to heal itself. This includes Nero, Miscrit, and so on. Next, we have Switch Curse. Now, Switch Curse is something similar to Bleed, but differs in damage output. Damage output begins from 4, goes up to 16, increasing by 4 after each turn. But the difference is, it does not stay after the Miscrit is switched. It's more oriented towards a 1v1 battle, and this is one of the main reasons why Miscrits like Dark Quirk and Mooncrit got meta a few patches ago. Next, we have Ethereal. Ethereal is a very interesting concept. It allows a Miscrit to temporarily avoid all types of fixed damage. By fixed damage, we can highlight Bleed, HP Steal, Switch Curse, Poison, Toxic, Venom, any kinds of poison that is implied from a move such as Geneseed's Final, and finally including Miscrits that have fixed damage in their kit such as Deatley's Wicked Blow, which deals 50 fixed damage. Next up, we have Disease. Disease works exactly the same as Bleed, except that it is not fixed damage. Instead, the Disease depends on your Miscrit's elemental attacks for its damage output. Barb is very easy to understand. It causes the opponent to take 10 damage whenever they attack, making every move they use come at a cost. But this excludes all types of damage over time effects. While this is not that great of a special ability, it always helps you to chip some extra damage from the enemy whenever possible. We now have two very special abilities named Cleanse and Purge. Cleanse is a very fun ability which helps you remove any sorts of debuffs from yourself. This is very interesting because if you're paralyzed, you can cleanse it away. If you're confused and you somehow manage to use cleanse on yourself, that removes the confuse. This is also one of the reasons why Darwindy is a very strong Miscrit in 1v1 battles. Purge on the other hand removes any sorts of buffs from the enemy, including negate. This makes it very hard for those Miscrits that are elementally weak against those that have Purge in their kit. These two abilities might be crazy, but what's crazier is the surprise. Fun fact, Light Igneous is the only Miscrit in the entire game to have this ability. Furious also had this effect before until its nerf, but nevertheless it's a strong Miscrit. Well, coming back to surprise, this ability has a mix of everything. Light Igneous has a 40% chance to land any of these above effects, which also goes by the same cycle as for Confuse and Sleep. If you noticed in one of my previous videos, my opponent landed asleep on my Mooncrit, which made the match much closer than expected. This can come in very handy and can also be used for spam cycling. And what do I mean by spam cycling? Well, according to the current spam cycle, it is possible to land 2 out of 5 spams per cycle. So now if your cycle is 0 out of 3, which is if you have missed your Confuse, Surprise or Sleep 3 times in a row, your following 2 spams are guaranteed to land. So this way, if you're using Light Igneous, it helps you cycle the spam more, meaning you can even go to a second or third cycle, which I wouldn't recommend if I was the opponent, but I'm just letting you know about all the possibilities. So yeah, that is it from this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it also helps you with your path towards the competitive side of the game. If you haven't yet, don't forget to watch my guide on how sleep works and how pro players tactically make advantage of it. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you around.